In 2024, the New England Patriots won 4 games. 4. 1 year later, they were in the Super Bowl. That's the fastest turnaround in modern NFL history. And they did it without a genuine wide receiver 1. Now Drake Maye has A.J. Brown. The data says this is just the beginning. Let's start with the context. In 2024, the Patriots went 4-13, one of the worst seasons in franchise history. The Belichick era had left the roster hollowed out. The offensive line was one of the worst in the league. Drake Maye was sacked 68 times as a rookie, one of the highest totals in NFL history. Then Mike Vrabel arrived. In his first season as head coach, Vrabel took that same roster, that same quarterback, and turned them into a 14-3 team, a Super Bowl appearance, a 10-game improvement that matched an NFL record. How? The same way every genuine turnaround works. System, culture, and maximizing what you already have. Vrabel reduced the sacks allowed from 68 to a manageable number. He built a system around Maye's dual threat ability, using his legs to extend plays, create rushing touchdowns, and manufacture the production floor that great offenses are built on. The result was a franchise that went from the worst record in the AFC to the Super Bowl in a single season. At the center of everything is Drake Maye. In just his second NFL season, Maye threw for 4,394 yards and 31 touchdowns against just 8 interceptions. His PFF grade of 90.1 ranked third among all quarterbacks in the entire league. He finished second in MVP voting. He is 23 years old. Across his career, he has 46 touchdowns against 15 interceptions. For a second-year quarterback, that ball security is genuinely elite. The rushing floor adds 8 to 10 touchdowns every season, regardless of what the passing game produces. Apply the surplus value principle. A 23-year-old quarterback on a cost-controlled rookie contract, producing at a top 3 PFF level, is the most valuable asset in the NFL. The Patriots didn't just rebuild, they built around the right player. The comparison that matters, Patrick Mahomes at the same stage of his career. Similar efficiency profile, similar dual threat floor, similar age. The ceiling from here is almost unlimited. But the Super Bowl showed something important. The Patriots allowed 20 sacks in the playoffs, the most ever in a single postseason in NFL history. In the Super Bowl itself, rookie left tackle Will Campbell allowed 14 quarterback pressures, the most by any player in a single game all season. Drake Maye was under siege all night. The Seahawks sacked him 6 times. The Patriots were shut out for 3 quarters. The offensive line was the single thing that stood between the New England Patriots and a Super Bowl championship. A Maye who has time to throw is a top 3 quarterback. A Maye who is running for his life is a liability. The difference between those two outcomes is the offensive line. The Patriots knew it, so they fixed it. This offseason, the Patriots made protecting Drake Maye their single priority. They signed Elijah Vera Tucker to a 3-year, $42 million deal at left guard. Vera Tucker had the 4th lowest pressure rate among all guards in the NFL in 2024. He's 26 years old. He goes straight in next to Will Campbell, who needs an experienced veteran alongside him to develop properly. They then used the 28th overall pick on Utah offensive tackle Caleb Lomu.
With the 28th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Caleb Lomu.
Traded up with the Buffalo Bills to get him. A first-round investment in the long-term answer at right tackle. The Patriots didn't just acknowledge the problem, they spent a first-round pick and $42 million on it in the same off-season. Apply the point differential framework. A team that protects its quarterback and runs the ball controls games. The Patriots' run game ranked inside the top 10 last season. Add a protected Maye to that foundation and the offence becomes genuinely elite. On June the 1st, the Patriots acquired A.J. Brown from the Philadelphia Eagles. In Drake Maye's entire NFL career, he has never had a genuine wide receiver one. Stephon Diggs was 31 years old and past his peak. Every other receiver on the roster has been a complementary piece. A.J. Brown is one of the best receivers in football when fully motivated. A fresh start, a new city, a 23-year-old quarterback who can get him the ball in space. For a receiver of Brown's profile, elite against man coverage, elite contested catch rate, elite yards after contact, the motivation of a new chapter matters. The Patriots went to the Super Bowl with a placeholder at wide receiver one. Now they have the real thing. Now the fantasy context. Drake Maye is currently being drafted around quarterback 4 or 5. For a 23-year-old who finished 3rd in PFF grade, 2nd in MVP voting, with a rebuilt offensive line and A.J. Brown as his wide receiver 1, that feels like a significant undervaluation. A.J. Brown going to New England is the most interesting receiver situation in the entire league right now. He's 31 and playing for a new contract. Maye gives him the elite quarterback he's never had in his career. Even in Philadelphia, Hurts was inconsistent as a passer. If Brown produces at his peak level in 2026, the Patriots' offense becomes one of the highest scoring units in football. Travion Henderson is the handcuff worth monitoring. Ramondre Stevenson is established as the lead back, but Henderson showed genuine burst as a rookie. If Stevenson misses any time, Henderson has league-winning upside at the back of drafts. Hunter Henry at tight end. Reliable, experienced, red zone presence. Not a fantasy difference maker, but a solid floor piece in Vrabel's offense. The honest counterargument. Will Campbell is still only in his 2nd year. The Super Bowl exposed him severely. Vera Tucker's injury history is a genuine concern. He's had 3 season-ending injuries in 5 NFL seasons. The offensive line is better, but it's not proven. A.J. Brown is 29 years old. He posted a career-low 12.9 yards per catch last season in Philadelphia. The motivation of a new chapter is real, but so is the age curve. And the AFC East is getting harder. The Bills have a new head coach in Joe Brady, but Josh Allen is still Josh Allen. The Jets are rebuilding with young talent. The Dolphins are a year away, but not gone. These are real concerns. The data doesn't dismiss them. What the data says is that a 23-year-old top 3 quarterback, a rebuilt offensive line, a genuine wide receiver 1, and one of the best coaches in the league represents a foundation that should be feared, regardless of what the narrative says. In 2024, the New England Patriots won 4 games. In 2025, they went to the Super Bowl without a genuine wide receiver 1. On the fastest turnaround in modern NFL history, now they have A.J. Brown, a rebuilt offensive line, a 23-year-old quarterback who finished 3rd in PFF grade in just his 2nd season. The dynasty ended with Tom Brady. The data says something new is starting with Drake Maye. Subscribe if you want to keep seeing the NFL through this lens. And for the deeper analysis every Wednesday, the newsletter link is in the description. See you next Wednesday.